to elevate the relationship to a strategic partnership, and India and Qatar have signed an agreement in this regard today. Trade, investment and energy were among the major topics of discussion between the two leaders today. The trade today between India and Qatar is about $14 billion annually. Both sides have agreed to set a target to double this in the next 5 years. Qatar is also an important partner for investments in India. The Qatar's sovereign wealth fund, the Qatar Investment Authority, currently has about $1.5 billion FDI in India in sectors like retail, power, IT, education, health, affordable housing, etc. Now, both leaders today identified a number of areas in which the Qatar Investment Authority can increase investments in India. This includes infrastructure, ports, shipbuilding, energy, including renewable energy, smart cities, food parks, startups, and new technologies such as artificial intelligence, robotics, and machine learning. Prime Minister appreciated His Highness the Qatar Amir for bringing a large delegation of top Qatari businessmen for this visit. A joint business forum was held today under the co-chairmanship of the Ministers of Commerce and Industry of India and Qatar, in which top industrialists, companies and institutions of both countries held very productive interactions. Earlier, the Joint Business Council between India and Qatar, comprising of top businesses from both the countries, met virtually. We already have institutional mechanisms in place in this regard, and His Highness Amir's visit should lead to further growth in mutual investments. India and Qatar share a very vibrant partnership in the area of energy. Qatar is a major source of LNG for India. Both leaders today noted that in February 2024, Qatar Energy and Petronet LNG Limited had signed an agreement for supply of 7.5 million metric tons per annum of LNG from Qatar to India for 20 years starting 2028. Both leaders also discussed ways to further strengthen and broaden the energy partnership, including exploring mutual investments. India and Qatar today enjoy deep-rooted friendly relations anchored in historic trade and people-to-people ties. Both countries commemorated the 50 years of establishment of diplomatic relations in 2023. The Prime Minister thanked the Amir of Qatar for his support for the large Indian community in Qatar, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic period. The Qatar Amir also appreciated the Indian community for its contribution to the development of Qatar. 2 agreements and 5 memorandums of understanding have been signed during the state visit of His Highness the Amir. The first agreement is on the establishment of a bilateral strategic partnership. A revised double taxation avoidance agreement was also signed. Both sides have also signed MOUs during the visit, including on economic partnership, cooperation in the area of archives and documentation, and youth affairs and sports. On the sidelines of the Joint Business Forum today morning, the Invest India and Invest Qatar, they signed an MOU for promoting mutual investments. CII and the Qatar Businessmen Association also signed an MOU for promoting networks between the top businessmen on either side. First let me come on the GCC FTA. You see, India and the Gulf Cooperation Council, we are at this moment negotiating about having a free trade agreement. As far as Qatar is concerned, both sides are exploring the possibility of signing a free trade agreement in future, and that was one of the discussions that took place in this round of talks. As far as the strategic partnership establishment agreement is concerned, it actually elevates the present state of bilateral relations to a strategic level. What we are looking at is deepening cooperation in the fields of trade, energy, investment, security, as well as in the regional and international fora. As you know, within the GCC, India has got signed strategic partnerships with UAE, Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Kuwait.